So growing up, having Crohn's, there were a lot of aspects to having it that impacted my social life as well as school. Now, having Crohn's, your weight fluctuates up and down, and my weight, I went to being overweight to being severely underweight, and I remember a vivid memory that still sticks to my mind today, where a rumor was spread about me because I went down to, I think I was about 76 pounds, and everyone started a rumor saying that I was anorexic, and I was on to something, and it got back to me. And to this day, when it comes to weight and when people talk about weight, to me, it does affect me. Like, even now, I'm now healthy, quote unquote healthy, because I've had the surgery and my weight has gone up. And a lot of even family members, they'll make a comment like, oh, you're so fat, or oh, you're so overweight. What happened to you? Knowing that I've had surgery and knowing what I've gone through and having to explain that, and just having the impacts from when I was younger of people talking about your weight, it's always been a sensitive issue for me personally, and I know with other people as well, because food, the relationship that we have with food when you have Crohn's disease is not always a good one. We eat just to survive, rather just to enjoy eating, and it's something that even though I'm healthy now, it does still impact me and the way that I see myself and my self-image. I think when I was in my earlier teenage years, I was still going through a mild series of Crohn's, but so I wasn't really impacted to that degree. It was when I entered my late teens into my early 20s, where I started to see a change. I did date, and when I was serious with someone, I would have that conversation, because Crohn's was such a big part of my life that I felt that it only makes sense for me to explain that portion to the person that I was dating. Most of the time it went well. They were supportive, but no one can tell you to their face that they're not supportive, right? So it was an interesting experience, to say the least. In my later 20s was when my social life was impacted greatly. I would stay at home all the time because I was in pain. I just didn't have the energy to get out of bed. I had a lot of friends who knew what I was going through still question me, and I think for me, that was the thing that was most hurtful. It was that I shared with my close friends. They knew my situation, but they still labeled me as unreliable. I used to drop out last minute. So it was hard for them to understand that's the essence of having a chronic illness. I cannot predict whether or not I'm going to be able to go out. So my social life, especially in my mid-20s to late 20s, it was impacted greatly. I just didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to stay home. So I think for me, it was, you tend to enjoy home because that's the only place you're only going to be at. And even now that I am feeling better, the impacts of wanting to just stay home is still a part of me now. I'll be well and I'll just be like, no, I just want to stay home. And yeah, so that's the impact of my social life.